Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Hello.
Hello Sagatos. No, I don't have a different version of the game, unfortunately. That was just some very clever editing in the first piece of some buffs that we might want. Some of those are going to be included in these, some of them are not. If you didn't see the King's Court, it was the top Sagat players: Automattocks, Zaf, Piano, Liston, Javits and Hamad, the 6 kings, and they went through and bitched about Sagat for 3 hours. But nah, it was very good. It was very good. They were all bouncing off each other. Some awesome ideas. I loved all the different styles of ideas too. Every one of them seemed to appeal to me on a different level or a different comment. There was lots of nodding the head going on from me, like, yeah, that's what I think too. And it was very good. I'll maybe link it in here. So I'm going to chuck my own buffs on too. We'll do what I thought what we'd do is we'll pick one buff from each king that was on the stream and integrate it into the game here, and then we will do, I'll chuck a buff on, and then that will make 7 buffs for Sagat to finally give him the throne he deserves, shall we say. So we'll turn the hitboxes on. You'll get to see some hitbox interaction. A couple of comments about things I have a different opinion on, and I might comment on their tier lists. A couple of small changes I would make personally for logical reasons, not just I don't have any problem with this character. I think legitimately how the tools interact. One more thing, if you've seen my account boost up, remember I said I wasn't going to play online? Yeah, what a little lying shit, eh? I actually turned the online mode on while I was making a video for you guys. I bought a new router recently, and man, the matches were coming thick and fast. It didn't used to be like that for me, so I kept it going, and I managed to boost up to Ultra Diamond like piece of piss, really easy. So I thought to myself, you know what, I couldn't be the total Sagat without master rank, so I'm going to boost this one up to master. I got 3 weeks off my work this coming Thursday, so 3 weeks, hopefully I'll be master rank, and that'll be a little achievement. Maybe I'll stick some matches on. I know you guys like watching the ranked stuff and that, so let's get going with the King's Court changes. Now, I haven't structured this in any particular way. I've just got a notepad here, and I wrote some things down, including their buffs, just to talk about, really. So the first one was, I think it was either Javits or Liston said that the shot speed should be faster, and they were a bit miffed why the shots were the same speed. The shots are not actually the same speed. I'm pretty sure, I'm paraphrasing here from the King's Court, but I think they were implying that the low and the high shot have the same speeds. In fact, the high shot is much faster than the low shot. The heavy version. I'll stick the old split screen in here and show you how much faster it is. So I think for Javits buffs, he had 20 buffs he was going to dish out, and Zaf quite rightly capped it at 5, or we would have been there for 3 days. But I think one Javits buff that we will pick is, yes, we will increase the low shot speed. Maybe not quite as fast as the high shot, maybe somewhere in between, but nah, screw it, you know what, we're going to make it as fast. And that would make Sagat's shot game actually quite scary. I think one of the things that pisses me off about coming up against other characters, it's very easy for them to counter Sagat's fireballs. It's not difficult at all. They just have to press 2 buttons, or do a slide. Like there's almost zero skill involved in avoiding Sagat's fireballs with some characters. Like it should be remotely difficult, and I think the shot speed would definitely help improve that. So for Javits, Mr. King Javits, we're going to take his fast shot, and that is buff number 1. Something else, and this is an important part of the video, I think. Something else that was mentioned again by Javits, I can't remember again who else it was. They said that obviously the reverse OK, that was a big laughing point on the stream, where what they were trying to say is when Sagat, I spoke about this in my previous video, when Sagat when he uppercuts you, he does not get dash up pressure. Now here's my thoughts, and I think I've thought them out logically as to why. There seem to be some comments about Capcom. It might be an oversight. It's definitely not an oversight. I'll tell you a few reasons why. When Sagat uppercuts you, he is actually -5 if he were to dash up. He's -5. So there's a big hint there. There's a big hint that that's deliberate. You would have to give Sagat a 14 frame dash for him to beat 3 framers on wake up. No one has that. It wouldn't even matter if they upped Sagat's dash speed a little bit. That situation, -5 on a dash up, it's too much. It's too much. So they'll have to change the fall animation speed of the character if they want that dash up OK. I'll tell you the reason why it's not an accident. The Angry Scar uppercut throws them further away than the normal uppercut does. So here's the start screen. Look where Chun-Li is. Here's the start screen. Okay, so if they have designed the game, if they have designed Sagat's Angry Scar to throw the opponent further away from Sagat deliberately, then that means they have also deliberately made the character fall there. Why have they done that? I think we can make a pretty good assumption of why. They don't want Sagat in Angry Scar loops. So if this DP gave an extra 6 frames wake up, I think what they were maybe afraid of, that you were just going to get looped all the time with the V skill. I also think that's why the V skill throws you further away, because it's a zoning tool. Like, that's part of Sagat's supposed to be a zoning character, so that's my reasoning for that. Like, they cannot give him a fast enough dash to get OK there, and I don't think maybe against the grapplers they wanted the loop of the V skill. They maybe thought that he would be able to charge it on a loop and it would be too much damage. I don't think so, because you can actually almost charge it on a loop once you hit them once. But yeah, I think that's definitely a deliberate. And I'm with Automatic. He said, nah, I don't want the dash up pressure. I want Sagat to be different, and that's definitely my opinion too. I don't want to be able to do what Ryo or Akuma does. If I wanted that, I'll just play those characters. I think giving Sagat dash up pressure there, it's a real problem for Street Fighter 5. The game's too samey. It's too samey. You know, like, I don't want to just do the things that the other characters are doing. I want to do my own thing. That's why I picked Sagat. So I'm definitely with Auto there. I don't think we should give Sagat dash up pressure after that. How can we fix that situation? Well, we'll get to that. Okay, on to Mr. Zaf's changes. Zaf was actually very quiet in the stream for most part. I felt like he was getting beaten into submission. Like, Hamad was just he took a fist to Sagat, then he took the other fist and he put them you know where. Like, he was going in hard, and I think Zaf was just like, man, yeah, this character does suck. He was convinced. But the buff that Zaf's, he knows already, it has to be the Zaf. It is the low each, the one you saw in the start of the video. That has to be in. I think everyone has asked for that. So what the change there is, for some reason Sagat can link the angry scar off the high shot but not the low shot. Crappy, very crappy. I have actually a very good fix for that. Nothing to do with the EX shot. Tell you in 1 second. But another thing Zaf mentioned is that Sagat's low EX shot does 80 damage. Now that's ridiculous, man. 80 damage, and they can back roll out of any kind of decent mix-up. So that should be 100 damage. I'm going to insert a clip of Bonchan here playing. I just watched it on YouTube today, and I immediately thought of Zaf's change, and I thought to myself, this character should be dead. Like, watch this clip. Karen should die here. Why is she alive? Like, any other Street Fighter character in the game hit you with 2 meters with that much life left, they're dead, man. They're 100% dead. So why does she get to live? Like, gut scaling, man, it does Sagat in so bad. So we're going to make Zaf's change. It's in. How do we make it? Well, at the minute, this only adds 1 JP to your 1 JP limit to your uppercut. This is sorry, a regular uppercut is 2. This adds 3. What we're actually going to make it do is we'll make it add to 4. So there's a this is 2. When you charge, the uppercut becomes JP4. JP4 will let you juggle into this. But you know what else JP4 will let you do? It will let you do this. 1, 2, an uppercut here. I think that should also be in the game. This is a 3-bar trigger. A 3-bar trigger for 284 damage. Come on, Capcops. Like, we shouldn't have to spend meter there to continue on from that. Like, even that was angry scar and it does 340. So we're going to up the JP on the DP, and now we get this and the cannon juggle. So Hamad, his changes were good too. He was really on the defensive path. You can tell he's a student of the game, the way he talks. You know, he thinks. I think they all think. I think it's just natural as Sagat players. We're always thinking about the game and how to deal with every situation. But his buffs were very defensive orientated, saying Sagat does not have a good defense, and I pretty much agree with him. He was another good buff for Sagat that we'll not include. But if you just buffed his back walk speed, you could leave his forward the same, but buff the back. What Hamad was trying to say is you can walk back. Walk back in Street Fighter 5 is actually very, very strong. And if anyone's seen Fudo's tip on Twitter the other week, he said this is the best defensive option. So block low, walk back a step, block low, walk back a step. It's because you come out of the threat range of the character. Now, it's bad for Sagat for both reasons. He can't catch people walking back. His crouching medium kick is rubbish. It's bad, and it's not confirmable. So Hamad wanted that to be confirmable. That's not the change I think we should add. I like his other one better. But basically, anyone out there that's having trouble beating Sagat, if you're watching this video, just walk back. We'll have a hard time chasing you down. You can do the old kind of the classic Street Fighter, but you've got to be point blank for that, and a risky dash or a risky walk forward. So yes, I think the change that we'll go with Hamad though was the crouching light punch, crouching light kick being a combo. I think that just has to be in the game. So at the minute, Sagat can only get you off of him if it hits on a counter hit. Now, that it's already stressful playing Sagat. Any Sagat player want to tell me it's not stressful playing Sagat? So when you're under pressure, you're also having to look for a counter hit. You know, it's just a step too far, and you won't get the counter hit all the time. You might actually just regular hit them, and then you got to end up with something like that doesn't even combo, and they're not far away from you. So you've interrupted them correctly with the jab, but have not been paid off. Why does it have to be that one? Well, because Sagat's double jab sucks. Like, look how he has the worst crouching jab in the game. Maybe has anybody got a worse one than that? So they've got to be in your grill for you to get the 2 hits for the combo. So we're going to go with Hamad's suggestion. This to this is going to link all the time. We do not need the counter hit for that. Very good change, and it will just help Sagat's defense. Once a character is on Sagat, he can get swallowed. He needs to use his good V reversal. Now, Automattocks changes. I like his attitude actually towards Sagat in general. He reminds me a bit of me why I play Sagat. Like it's not because he's low tier or any of that bullshit. It's just I'm playing Sagat because I like the way that the tools interact, and I like the chess of Sagat. I like to figure things out. You know, when games become too easy, like no one likes an easy game. You know, some of the most popular games of all time have been extremely difficult games, and maybe there's Sagat mirrors that in some fucked up way, that people are attracted to the, like, I know I can be good with this character, it's just hard. So and Otto wants to have fun, and at the end of the day, that's why we're bloody playing these games. We want to have fun, you know. So I like his whole attitude towards Sagat about making him more fun and more unique. That's definitely where I would send Sagat. But his buff that I think we would pick, and this one sends me absolutely wild, even for a chill guy, and I'm sure you've seen Otto go fucking mental over this, but the autocorrect uppercut, it's just, I swear they can be over your head, way over you, almost touching the ground, and this fucking thing will still fly the wrong way. So what we'll do there is I'll slow this video down here. In fact, we can do it on the hitbox viewer. We'll modify the speed down, and when we uppercut, we will make that box way fatter. We will make that box a bit thicker, more across the Sagat's head, so that even if they do jump over you, and the uppercut will still hit them in front. So basically it makes the tiger uppercut better. So there's a lot of like kind of Sagat damage should be better, tiger uppercut you should be punished for jump-ins. Well, first port of call, I just want the bloody uppercut to work. I'll see if I can find some clips. Actually, I think I watched one of Bonchan. Just the character is so far across his head. He does the cross cut and it does not work. He still flies the wrong way. So let's either amend the proximity boxes on the characters, the opponent's characters, or just make that box a bit chunkier. I think that's the one we'll go for. Autos. Fix the uppercut. Now, Piano's changes. I felt like Piano's changes as a whole, they were all ones that I think I would have picked also. So as of his 5, I thought I identified with his core bunch as a whole. Probably, I thought if I only had to pick one guy and all the changes had to happen, I think it would probably be Piano's. He just did the sensible things. He was quite rightly bitching about how Sagat just doesn't function very well, and Sagat does not function very well in this game. In order to play the meta of Street Fighter 5, you have to have a bullshit EX move. You have to have a big trigger, or you have to have okay. Sagat has none of that. He has not one of those things. I'd say that's the top 3 things you have to have in Street Fighter 5. Having a great mid-range is good. I think Sagat's mid-range is actually pretty good. I know the guys were giving him some shit, but Sagat can control around here. But pokes aren't going to win you matches. Not in Street Fighter 5. You're going to need to either play the meta, or you need Sagat to be so far removed from the meta that he's doing his own thing. So I think for Piano, quite simply, this move needs to have a function. It needs to do something. And HK knee, I think that might be the worst special move in the game. I am not joking, you boys. Which move is worse than TK knee? Okay, it doesn't combo from our tick block string. So that was not a combo. It's slow. It doesn't. It's not plus. Like you're very rarely going to land that. it's Otto actually had a really good thing I meant to mention as well. I'll mention it after this actually. Let's stick to Piano's changes just now, but he just wants TK to be better, and I agree. TK just has to be better. It's just a useless move at the minute. Like your pressure is gone as soon as they've blocked. It's just like a chip guard move or something. It's just like what is the point of this move? You know, you can't even buffer it out and get, you know, even if you could buffer it out and get plus, so make it difficult, but make it work, you know, make that +2. Like, and you're not even in range for a throw. Well, what's threatening about that? Piano, well, I agree, my man, we gotta make TK work, somehow. And and he quite rightly says they gotta go away and give us a V-skill to even make our special move function. It's not good enough, guys. Like, even out of all of these buffs, I think if I could only pick one buff, so I'm only allowed one of the King's Court, I'm picking Pianos. I just want TK to work. I want it to do something. You know? I mean, even the EX version's crap. It gives you good corner carry, but yeah, Piano, 100%, my man. Like, we got to make this move better. So how are we going to do that? I think they suggested we make it -2 all the time. I'm assuming that's any version, but I don't think that's good enough even. I don't think that's good enough. I would make it so that if we space it, make it skillful. Make it so if we space it, this is +1 or +2, maybe even +2. And this has to be faster. HK has to combo. I want this combo to work. If that works, I'm super happy, because then V-Skill 2 becomes really powerful, because you get the good knockdown with the HK knee. You imagine if you got that knockdown off of hit confirm. Now we're talking. Now we're in the game, you know. So I think I've still got Chun-Li to wake up jab. Now we're playing Street Fighter 5. Now very quickly, something Otto mentioned, and this is killer. I really like this idea. I never thought of this one before, but when he said it, I was like, shit, man. Yeah, you're right. The proximity block of the knee, it doesn't activate until the knee is basically on them. So what the proximity block is when you do a move, the opponent cannot move. They will be stuck in the block stun animation. Do you see Chun-Li just goes into it at the end? Let's slow it down just again. Maybe even 0.3. And watch when she actually... So you imagine if someone's holding back with Chun-Li and I do the TK, they will walk back out now. She doesn't go into the block stun till right at the end. Because that yellow box, see that yellow box? That has to make contact with her before she'll go into that guard mode. So we should extend that yellow box way out so that she, when we throw that move out, she blocks. Now I hear some of the people that don't play Sagat saying that's bullshit. You know, you want me to block from half screen? Well, shit, man. That's how those moves are in the game. Armika drop kick. You know, you're standing there like a dick in block stun. You can't move back to whiff punish it. It's actually one of the things I don't like about Street Fighter 5, that the proximity boxes are so big. But if everyone's got them, then I want them too. You know, like if you were able to walk back out of the move that's already shit. How many times have you been jumped up on that, or someone's just walked out and whiff punish you? Like, it's so much that you don't even use that move anymore. Like, who uses HK knee? Hands up in the classroom. Like, no one. Exactly. Like, so, yeah, Otto, absolutely killer idea. Let's increase the proximity block, and that's not even a buff. That's just a fix. So, on to Liston. I really loved all of it. Liston had the big brain changes. He had the I'm not going to settle for your bullshit normal changes that everybody knows about. I want something outside of the box, and all of his changes were like that. He had some awesome ones like the fake kick. He wanted the fake kick back. He wanted I think a low cancel from VT1, you know, so you can actually, I think this would be a good change actually, like if you could cancel off crouch and medium kick. You can't do that at the minute, not without a counter hit anyway. Let's turn the counter hit off. So you cannot hit the opponent from that, which sucks. That would really help Sagat's walk back problem, even if it was only in V-trigger, that when they walked back they'd get caught by that. It's just like he's been designed to not work. But anyway, of all the Liston changes, the big brain changes, I think the one that we will go for is something I think I mentioned this way back. I think I mentioned this before the game even came out. When I seen this move, I thought to myself, if you can V-trigger cancel this move, Sagat's going to be good. I'd seen it at the Evo, I think this was in the video, and I was like, immediately my brain was thinking, because at the point when Sagat was released, we all knew how the game worked, and you knew you had to have bullshit. You know you have to have bullshit in this game if you're going to be a decent character, and I thought if he can cancel that into trigger, man, that is going to be good. You're going to catch walkers, you're just going to catch people random with that, and it's a slow move. I don't think it would be broken. You can't tell me anything's going to be broken in Street Fighter 5. I'm sorry, the game is just full of absolutely broken shit. So Liston's change, I think we're going to add that in. V-trigger cancel the low step kick, bang. How good would that be? Just that would be a great way into an either V-trigger. So you can imagine if you've got the V-trigger 1, the V-trigger 2 stocked, you cancel that, and then you go into the kicks. That would be awesome. You know what? And that would go into Automattocks kind of making Sagat fun change. I would just love for that to be V-trigger cancel. I can taste the salty tears of that buff. So Liston's change, we're going to go for the low step kick into V-trigger cancel. Awesome change. Okay, and we have me. Finally me at last. We have my changes. So I'm going to actually give you two changes. I think they would both be fun and they would both be powerful, and the reason I picked two is because I like them both. So if you look at the high tiger shot, right, look at this one, look how big the hitbox is, see how big it is. Now watch the low tiger shot, look how piddly it is. It's ridiculous. That is why people can slide under the low tiger shot, because we have a hitbox the size of a bee's dick. It's terrible. So I want the low tiger shot box to look like that, but down here. No more slides. No more slides under shots. Fuck off with that. Blanka can't do it, Chun-Li can't do it, Dalsum can't do it. There we go. I've just helped us out in 3 matches that we probably lose. So you know, I don't think characters should be able to slide. If they can already take your shots out of the game with all their other bullshit, please don't let them slide under my shots. You know, for fuck's sake. So that's my number 1 change. I don't want any slidey under my low tiger shot. Seth, I already got to deal with it, but Seth's bullshit. Why should I just deal with one more thing? You know, at least make it difficult for them to get past my zone. So that's my first change. And the reason I get to pick 2 changes is because my second change isn't really even a change. It's a very rare scenario that I'm sure the old Sagat players will remember, and it is trade uppercuts. Now it's actually very difficult to land a trade uppercut because Sagat's uppercuts are so good. You're never going to land a trade uppercut with the light and the medium versions. You're simply just going to anti-air them. So this situation is going to be so unique that I think with Street Fighter 5 there's not enough of kind of like weird unique moments. It's all kind of, I've seen that shit before 100 times, you know. You imagine if you could almost even deliberately set up it's actually still very hard. Go into the training room yourself, guys, and try and do trade uppercuts. It's difficult, but you would have to use the medium punch version, and we'll get maybe step kick after that. Or how about another DP, double DP? So yeah, I think I get to throw that one in there as a bonus change because it's such a unique thing that it would be like I can imagine that happening in a big tourney and everyone just losing their minds like trade uppercut because at least because you're using the medium punch you would be able to react because you'd know that's what you were trying to do. Look for the trade uppercut, bang, and maybe that goes into bang and goes into bang. That would be hype. So that would be my change. So let's just run through our 6 changes again. Here they are on screen. What do you guys think? I think they would make Sagat at least high tier with those changes. And he really still not even playing the meta with those changes. He's simply just got some strong shit. You know, he's almost just been normalised. I can see all the other main characters just fretting right now, but my man, you guys, you play Akuma, you play Urien, you play Rashid, you play Kami. It's easy for you guys. The king needs to return. And the one thing I think I've avoided with the changes is he just didn't turn him into another fucking Shoto dash up meaty, crappy character. I think we got to keep Sagat unique and powerful in his own way. The reason I didn't up the TU damage, which is universally accepted across the board as Sagat players, that the anti-air just needs to do more damage, is because I'm not sure just that buff in isolation isn't good enough to make him better. And it's the same with the dash up pressure. Ryu already has that. He already has that, and he's not good. So I don't think we shoehorn Sagat into Street Fighter 5 stuff. I think we leave Sagat out in his own game, and it's way more fun for me. It's more unique. He's strong in his own way, and we'll see more Sagats in the tourney. If you just up the damage on Sagat's Tiger Uppercut and just give him Oki when he dash up, I'm not sure you'll see an influx of more Sagats in the tourney. Maybe we'll just do a little bit better, but is that going to attract any more Sagat players? Oh, I want to go play Sagat now. Nah, like, you want Sagat to be unique, and that's why we pick him. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little rundown there, and I'll catch you in the next one.